Welcome to Perisai Petroleum Technology Berhad's annual general meeting. 2015 proved to be a challenging year with a slowdown in global and domestic economic growth. In the oil and gas industry, the rapid decline in crude oil prices and the resulting cutback in capital expenditure saw a reduction in available projects, which also resulted in greater competition. For Perisai Petroleum, 2015 was a year characterized by strenuous efforts in ensuring that we continue to operate our assets and manage the group in the most optimum manner possible. We remained steadfast in our focus to ensure sustainability and long-term growth of our business, despite operating in an environment of uncertainty brought about by weak crude oil prices and slow economic growth. The way forward in 2016 is to keep focus on a prudent financial policy, becoming more efficient in funds and resources management, maintaining and enhancing good governance, and optimizing our asset utilization. Financial performance. For the financial year ended 31st December 2015, the group generated total revenue of 215 million ringgit, which is 93 million ringgit or 76% more than the amount of 122 million ringgit achieved in the financial year ended 31st December 2014. This 76% improvement stems mainly from the full-year contribution of revenue arising from our jack-up drilling rig, the Perisai Pacific 101, during the financial year ended 31st December 2015 as compared to the previous financial year ended 2014. For the financial year 2015, Perisai Petroleum posted a loss before tax amounting to 688 million ringgit, as opposed to a pre-tax profit of 28 million ringgit for financial year ended 31st December 2014. This year-on-year swing, amounting to 716 million ringgit, arises from provisions for impairment on plant and equipment, amounting to approximately 726 million ringgit. Excluding the provision for impairment on plant and equipment, the group posted a full-year pre-tax profit of 38 million ringgit, an improvement of 10 million ringgit or 35% from last year's pre-tax profit of 28 million ringgit. The provision for impairment was prudently undertaken over the plant and equipment of the Perisai Group following on from the challenging conditions in the oil and gas industry. This would stand us in good stead when the industry conditions improve, as market valuation for oil and gas assets would rise in tandem with the recovery. Despite the impairment on plant and equipment, the net asset per share of the company stands at 56 sen as at 31st December 2015. Operational highlights. Since taking delivery of our maiden jack-up drilling rig in the middle of 2014, Perisai Pacific 101 has been deployed to work for Petronas Carigali under a 3-year contract running from April 2014. The contract, valued at $158 million, is an acknowledgement of our capability as a local company to operate alongside major international names in the offshore oil and gas industry. We are proud to inform that Perisai Pacific 101 has successfully completed 11 wells located in Terengganu, Sabah and Sarawak for Petronas Carigali since commencing her deployment in August 2014. We are also pleased to report that our rig has had 98% operational uptime in 2015. Construction for Perisai Pacific 102 has been completed in accordance to a contract signed in 2013. The rig is now berthed at PPL Shipyard, whilst we continue to actively explore opportunities for her deployment during these challenging times. Our third jack-up rig, Perisai Pacific 103, is currently under construction and is progressing well within contractual schedule. The rig is due for delivery in the third quarter of 2016. In our production division, our floating production, storage and offloading FPSO facility, the Perisai Camellia, operated very well for Hess throughout 2015, having been deployed to the North Malay Basin Early Production System since November 2013. We are proud to record that the Perisai Camellia has, in 2015, achieved exemplary operational efficiency close to 100% since commencing operations. Our specialized mobile gas production asset, the Rubicon, and the Enterprise 3, our combination derrick lay barge, have not been spared the difficult operating conditions and are currently inactive. We will continue to pursue and develop deployment opportunities for these assets. Our offshore support vessel division now owns 9 offshore support vessels. This division sees comparatively more stability despite the volatile oil and gas industry, as its business model rests on bareboat chartering. The existing charters that the division has secured would provide us earnings visibility up to 2017, and with Lewek Robin up to 2021. Corporate highlights. One of the biggest challenges that we face in weathering this adverse operating environment is maintaining liquidity for the operations of the company. The prospect of shrinking revenues places considerable stress on cash flow. Various cash conservation measures and fundraising exercises have been put in place to ease the liquidity of the group. In late 2015, we entered into a private placement arrangement with Macquarie Bank Limited of Australia, with a granting of up to 119 million call options exercisable into new Perisai shares over a certain period of time. To date, close to 30 million shares have been allotted to Macquarie following the exercise of the options. We remain focused on maintaining the highest standards of health, safety, and environmental practices. For the year 2015, Perisai Pacific 101, our jack-up drilling rig, was awarded a notable 1-year LTI-free achievement by Petronas Charigali. We are also proud to record that despite operating 838,037 total man-hours since 2013, Perisai Camellia has achieved exemplary operational efficiency close to 100% with 0 lost time incident. Over the course of 2015, our focus in several CSR initiatives goes beyond meeting our obligations as a good and caring corporate citizen, but also to help improve the lives of the community where we operate. Outlook. For 2016, uncertainties in the global oil and gas industry continue to lead to very difficult times for the industry as a whole. Crude oil prices have been hovering at about $30 to $40 per barrel, and global hydrocarbon production continues to exceed demand. This has led to industry-wide capex cuts, with cost-cutting and rationalization expected to continue, and in some cases to be accelerated and intensified. At the home front, Petronas is expected to continue its cost rationalization exercise by cutting both capital and operating expenditure, with an expected 50 billion ringgit reduction between 2016 and 2020. This has impacted the local industry as contract awards continue its decline. We will continue to engage with Petronas and all relevant stakeholders for opportunities that may arise for deploying our other drilling rigs and assets. As we weather into 2016, we remain optimistic that the outlook for the global oil and gas sector will gradually improve, but we are mindful at the same time to be prudent and stringent with cost management and control. We would like to express our appreciation to all our shareholders, Petronas Group of Companies, and our other clients for their unwavering support and confidence. A special note of thanks to the Malaysian government and various regulatory authorities, our business partners, bankers and advisors for their continuing support and trust. Thank you also to board members, management and employees for your commitment as we weather the challenges the oil and gas industry now faces and strive to deliver a sustainable performance in the year ahead.